Chapter 23. Map in hand, we trudge in the direction of Inez's grave. With the exception of the wind rattling the tree limbs, it's silent. Yellow and red leaves whip around as if they're alive, and the air has a bite to it, a chilly and frightening bite. A flash of lightning brightens up the sky to the east. I know it's the east because I'm finally learning which way Lake Michigan is. Well, that, and I've snuck my compass out of my pocket several times to check. Every time Andrew or Nina looks at me, I put it away, desperate to avoid answering questions like, who carries a compass around with them? And why not just use your phone? Nina picks up her pace. Her eyes are glued to the lit screen of her cell phone. Weather looks bad, really bad. We can't have more than 20 minutes before the stuff hits us. Her sneakers squeak across the slick black pavement as she leads us deeper into the spread of the headstones. 20 minutes? I ask. Even if we get to Inez's grave and back to the entrance, we still gotta bike home. We'll never make it. Nina looks thoughtful. But we're so close. We can't just walk away now. She's right. Getting stuck in a storm would suck, but being stuck with a ghost in my house would be much, much worse. Andrew stops for a moment, and I'm going to pull him forward when I see what he's looking at. It's a cluster of small, square houses. They're squat and made of stone, and have names etched into them. Mausoleums, Nina says in an ear whisper. They're burial chambers where the dead person is kept in a tomb above ground. Like a crypt? Andrew adds. His hand is tensed tightly around his backpack strap as he stares at the buildings. I don't think I like those. Me neither. I look at the accordion gate stretched across the door. Why would they need a gate over it? It's not like the person is going to wake up and try to get out, right? I let out a nervous laugh. I'm never watching another zombie movie again. We take a left at the fork in the path, and I try to remember if this is the way the woman highlighted for us. I think so, but the map is in Nina's pocket. I've just gotten a glimpse of a glass box ahead when thunder shakes the ground and a flash of lightning nearly blinds me. That's her! I scream, pointing at the box. That's Inez! Andrew flicks the hood of his jacket up. We better do this fast then, because that is going to be horrible. I scan the sky. It's black. Andrew was right. As bad as this weather looked on Nina's phone, it's even worse in person. It's also really, really cold. I mean, it didn't exactly feel tropical before, but it wasn't frigid like sprinkles of rain that are hitting me square in the face either. As we creep up to the box, my breath catches in my throat. There's something about standing in front of Inez that's overwhelming. Exciting, but scary at the same time. Seeing a grave with an actual image of a person supposedly buried under it is spooky. Much spookier than just seeing a stone nameplate and some random words or dates. Wow, Andrew breathes out. I feel his hand on my arm, probably an attempt to make sure I don't bolt. This is incredible. Nina squats down and drags out a notebook, which she perches on her knees. She begins furiously scribbling as my eyes remain fixed on the petite face of the small stone girl in front of us. Inez, I whisper, it's actually you. My eyes begin at the top of her head and move downward, taking note of everything inside the glass box. She has a young face with adorably full cheeks, and her eyes are soft, kind. Her wavy hair is pulled back, and she's sitting on what looks like a stone version of a wooden bench, her tiny feet covered by low-heeled slippers. She wears a dress, and there's a locket or necklace of some kind hanging from her neck. The object I saw in her hand in the sketch pad back at home is a broom. No, an umbrella. An umbrella. My mind spins for a moment, thinking about the legend that a lightning strike killed Inez. Is that why the sculpture is holding an umbrella? I shake off the thought. Okay, I think I've got it all. Nina stands up and wipes the drops of rain from her notebook before shoving it in her bag. I've been so absorbed with Inez's statue that I don't even know what she was doing to begin with. Got what? Andrew asks as if he can read my mind. The names and dates of all the graves around Inez. See how close they are together? I hadn't noticed. But Nina is right. There are two smaller gravestones to the left of Inez and one to the right. They're clumped into a straight line, each of them so close to the next that they're almost touching. Only family is buried that way. These other gravestones have to be relatives of whoever is buried here, whether it's Inez or Amos. Nina finishes, sighing. Andrew's face crinkles up. Yeah, but if the cemetery people don't really even know who's buried here, they might have buried the wrong family next to them, right? Nina nods. Possibly. We won't know until we do a little more research, though. I'm considering this when a flash of lightning lights up the dark cemetery. For a moment, Inez's face is illuminated, nearly glowing. I gasp as an enormous clap of thunder immediately follows the lightning, shaking me to my core. Rain begins falling in fat white sheets. "Here we go," Andrew says, squinting through the rain. Nina jogs over under the nearest tree and fumbles with the mat. Andrew and I follow, shielding our face from the icy water as best we can. "I think we came from that way, but I just want to make sure," Nina says. I stare down at the map with her as the storm ramps us around us. Another streak of lightning lights up the sky, and the sound that follows it makes my entire body go cold, crying. It cuts through the rain like a knife and settles into my ears. I bite my tongue to keep from screaming. "Are you okay?" Andrew is asking. I can make out the words, but they're quiet, distant. He taps my shoulder and then shakes me gently. All I can do is cover my ears as the wailing gets louder. It's Inez. It has to be. An unexpected gust of wind whips my coat hood up and over my eyes. It's exactly like the gust that ruffled my hair in pajamas that night Reno started talking in my room, cold and eerie. I yank the hood off my face. That's when I see the footprints. They're shallow and tiny, pressed down around Andrew and me like whoever left the prints was running in circles, daring, taunting, warning. Andrew gapes at them in horror. He blinks, then looks at me like I might have an explanation, but I don't. I haven't seen anyone else in the cemetery since we got here. Swiveling my head around, I search the headstones. Nothing. I turn to tell Andrew we're okay, that we must have somehow missed those footprints earlier, and it's all going to be fine, when I feel them. The fingers. Icy dead fingers sliding into my open palm, tugging me deeper into the darkened cemetery. Ooh, oh my gosh, I cannot wait to read the next chapter. So tell me your thoughts, tell me your predictions. Who do you think those footprints are? And then that icy dead fingers grabbing Tessa. Oh my gosh, what do you think is going to happen in chapter 24? Please tell me. It's getting so good.